Andrew in New Jersey. Andrew, how are you?
I'm good.
Can I look at your Twitter? You can email it to me. I won't tell people what your user is.
I don't be on Twitter that much, so.
Oh, okay. A lot of that going around amongst the MAGA people that populate that entire platform. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the left is far more fascist than the right is.
Wait, what is fascism?
Opinion. As we, silencing political opponents.
Nope, that's not what fascism is.
Yeah.
Can you give me just like a textbook definition?
Part of it isn't the definition. That's like me saying, what is pediatric care? And you're like, well, it's, putting Band-Aids on cuts. No, I'm asking for the definition, as in the medical treatment of children is what pediatric care is. I'm not asking for what aspect. What is fascism? Give me the definition.
Well, I can Google it for you if you want the specific definition.
Oh, so you don't actually... No. I'd like to know what your understanding is. No, first, what is your understanding of afterwards? What is your understanding? Because I want to expose that you don't know as you're using this word. What is your understanding of what is fascism?
Well, there's two. There's one that says ultranationalism.
So you did Google it.
Ultranationalism, some form of...
You Google it.
Some form of ultranationalism. No. I know nationalism is part of fascism, and some sort of what is it? There's multiple different definitions. I know there was one by Giovanni.
The political definition. The political definition, if you are mapping out on a scale of where political ideologies fall, fascism is the most extreme of the right. It is authoritarian right.
He's on Merriam-Webster.com. That's where he's getting that. But yeah, fascism is a far right, authoritarian, ultranationalist ideology.
Well, is silencing your political opponents part of fascism?
Are scales parts of a snake?
Hold on, just answer that question.
No. Hang on. You answer my question. You'll get why I'm asking you in a moment. Is scales part of a snake?
No, I asked you. I answered your question. You answer mine.
Answer mine. There's a reason why I'm asking, because I'm illustrating a point to you since you don't understand the question you're asking. Are scales part of a snake? Do snakes have scales?
So you're not going to answer my question?
I will as soon as we get through this questioning, because I'm trying to reveal to you, this is literally going to answer it for you. Are scales a part of a snake? Yes, you do, Andrew, desperately. I know you need it because of how bad your question is.
Andrew, that's also not a hypothetical.
Part of fascism.
Andrew, are scales a part of a snake? Not hypothetically, literally.
You're not going to answer my question?
Fine, I'll answer it first, and then you have to answer mine. Yes, silencing your opponents is a part of fascism. Are scales a part of a snake?
Yes.
Are fish snakes?
No.
So can something have an aspect of one thing and not be the thing that something else has that aspect?
I don't understand that question. What?
So if you can have scales and be a snake, it doesn't mean if you have scales, you're automatically a snake. So if you are silencing opponents because you're a fascist, it doesn't mean everyone who silences opponents is a fascist. But I'll also point out to you now, buddy, since you need an education, what we consider silencing opposition is different. You want to use the government to burn books, to ban access to education, to not allow certain words on government websites to educate the populace on certain medical issues, on trans issues, all these things. You want to isolate and legally limit speech. People giving you social consequences has nothing to do with fascism. You being shamed for being a dumb fascist piece of shit is not the same as silencing your opponents according to fascism. Fascism is using the government to silence, putting you in prison for speech. Great. Go ahead and give me what law progressives proposed that would infringe on your free speech. And I can give you ones that the U.S. has, that the Republicans have. Okay.
So when it comes to transgender, if you misgender somebody in California, if you're a businessman or an employer in California, in New York, and parts of Canada and in the UK, you can get fined thousands upon thousands of dollars if you purposely misgender somebody.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew, for stating that. Thank you, Andrew, for stating that. No, you can't. What can happen?
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot. You can't go to prison for it, and the government can't find you as a process of a federal indictment. The closest you can get, Andrew.
Yes, you can.
The closest you can get, Andrew, is potentially it could be part of a harassment case, which would be a civil matter, that you can harass somebody by repeatedly, in the same way, Andrew, that if instead of calling you Andrew, I call you Fuck Titties McGee, and I'm your employer, and you don't like it, it makes you feel like shit, and you express you'd like me to stop, and I keep calling you Fuck Titties McGee over and over and go over again, and you don't have the power, and I'm harassing you, or somebody else is, potentially, it can be part of a civil harassment case. But you're... Okay, great. That's great that's what you'll do. A lot of people don't have the privilege to be able to just quit a job willy-nilly like that. A lot of people need financial security to the point that they will be because oh my God, this is the most privileged take ever. Tell me your penis is white without telling me your penis is white. Jesus fucking Christ.
They can get another job or start their own business.
It is not that simple.
It is wild to me, Andrew, that is the take you got out of this. That, like, seriously, you're going to say
it is conceding
that the left
the point.
Is fascist. No, well, it's wild to me, Andrew, that your initial take was that the left is the same thing as fascism, despite the fact that fascism is definitionally a far-right ideology, strictly because you think that they are controlling free speech, despite the fact that they're not controlling free speech in the way that fascists control free speech, because there may be legal consequences to your words, which has always been the case, right wing and left wing. Everybody agrees that there are some limits on free speech. And the one example you have is that if your employer is harassing you by using the wrong name, pronouns, whatever like that, you may have legal recourse for that. And the only way out of it is get a job that's different. It's just such unbelievably lazy thinking that you are this far afield of the initial problem, which is that you don't know what the fuck fascism is. That's the whole point of this whole call for 17 agonizing minutes, is that you don't know, or probably 7 agonizing minutes, is that you don't know what fascism is. And now at the end of this, your reasoning is, I guess you can just get a different job if you don't like the harassment laws. What a fucking lazy thinker.
And you have to go to such a myopic thing. There aren't misgendering laws. As far as harassment goes, no, shut the fuck up, Andrew. I'm not done. You can literally get the same outcome if you know somebody has a phobia of holes and they can prove that you are purposely putting pictures of holes around them to annoy them. But there is no law against misgendering. If there is, name it right now, buddy boy.
Buddy and boy. You know,
First of all, I don't know about this whole stuff you're talking about.
I know. I don't think you know much about holes in general, and that's a lot of the problem, that you haven't figured out about a hole that wants you in it, and that's why you're taking it out on everybody else. So, buddy boy, name the law.
Name the law about what?
Name the law that prohibits misgendering. There isn't one.
There is a law.
No, there isn't.
A bunch of laws that talks about this.
No, there's name one. If you name one, you silly little slut.
I don't know. I'm on a call with you. I can't look it up right now. I'll get back to you when I find it.
Yeah, because you don't know that they don't exist.
You could look up the word fascism when it was clear you didn't know what fascism was.
I didn't look up the word fascism.
Yes, you fucking did. You fucking liar.
You just happened to say there were two definitions and then list the two definitions listed on Merriam-Webster.com. You just happened to do that off top of your head.
He memorized them. But he didn't memorize the laws he's depending on.
Are y'all going to stop ranting? Y'all not going to let me talk? Y'all just going to keep crying?
I mean, if you're going to keep being this dishonest, yeah.
Can you acknowledge that fascism, by definition, is a far-right ideology?
I don't think it's a far right. I think whoever added the word far right was stupid. I think that's a stupid definition.
Great. So fascism isn't what has been defined as traditionally, has gotten us through centuries of terrible ideologies. It isn't the thing that defines the Nazis. Socialists. It's what you, the little bit. Wait, did you say socialist? Sir, I'm sorry. Did you just call the Nazi socialist?
Yeah, they're called the Nationalist Socialist Workers' Party.
That's so interesting. Hey, name the full name of the country, North Korea. What is the full name of the country, North Korea?
What?
Is North Korea a democracy?
I don't care about North Korea.
Yes, you will. Answer the question. Is North Korea a democracy?
I don't know. I don't know about North Korea.
Okay, well, just so you know, it's led by Kim Jong-un, and it is absolutely a dictatorship. Despite it being a dictatorship, it is called the Democratic... Shut the fuck up. It is called the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. So, wait, it's a dictatorship, but they're called democratic. The name says it's not. Therefore, they are. But the nationalist socialist, when nationalism is literally counter to socialism, ultranationalism, and the, by the way, every historian who's gone to college agrees that that Hitler was a fascist, a far-right ultra-nationalist, authoritarian, opposition socialist. Silencing. You, sir, you are too... The thing is, Andrew, is at this point, it would be like fighting a 5-year-old.
Andrew, can you define socialism? What's socialism?
Before you, quickly, without looking it up.
For socialism, a bunch of evil countries that have dictators.
Oh, got it.
That's what it is. Yes, that's why when we're here on the line saying socialism,
China,
when here on the line, when we say we're socialists, what we mean is we are a bunch of evil countries with dictators. Do you want to try again, but like maybe think for 2 solid seconds before you do it?
Andrew, are you this confident because someone told you your IQ test was out of a possible 50 points?
I don't care if it was whatever. Don't care.
Oh, I know you don't. You only care about your feelings, which is how you've literally defined words. Facts don't care about your feelings, buddy boy. You silly little slut.
What about the Democrats for people of Congo? Socialists, and they murder people. They all crazy. All them socialist countries are crazy.
So you're agreeing that they're not democratic, even though you agree that their name doesn't mean they're actually democratic.
No, they're democratic. They vote for the killing of these people. You think the Democratic
Republic of Congo murders people, but they are democratic?
Yeah, if they say they want to murder all the Christians, that's what they do. How does one person murder democratically? Please tell me. No, I'm talking about you got a group of
how does a person murder democratically? How does one democratically murder their own population?
I didn't say one person did it. It was a bunch of people.
And the government, you were saying the government, because we murder people here all the time. Trump just murdered 7 people on a boat. Democratic. You're saying the democratic government murders its own people, right?
He murdered innocent people on a boat.
Yes, he did. Civilians. I don't know if they were innocent or not, but they were not guilty of any crime. That they weren't even.
U.S. intelligence.
Excuse me. He said what he thinks they're guilty of, and the thing that he thinks they're guilty of, we don't give the death penalty here for. If we did, we actually would have put pharmaceutical CEOs to death. So even if they had gone through due process, they wouldn't have been killed.
Jurisdiction. They also weren't in our jurisdiction.
It was an act of war.
They were outside of our. It was just murder, by every stretch of the word. You also still haven't defined socialism. You just gave examples of what you think socialism is, which isn't a definition.
Have you yet nailed that thing where it looks like a cube with holes in the side? It's got holes in the side. Have you nailed it yet? Where like you're getting the triangle and the triangle, the circle and the circle. That 6-sided one, that's fucking tough. And I'm right there with you.
Yeah, Socialism is taking the means of production and giving it back to the workers.
That's
what socialism is.
Well done with the lookup. By the way.
So now please tell me, Andrew, please tell me how exactly returning the means of production to the workers, how does that equate to out of control murdering people and dictatorship? How does just square that circle for me?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask Mao Zedong. You're going to have to ask Fidel Castro.
He hasn't gotten that cube thing down.
Call themselves socialists.
You just named two communists, by the way.
You can't say square that circle. Well, communism's a subset of socialism.
I don't even know what the difference is anymore. Communist, socialist.
No, subsets.
We know you don't know the difference.
You shouldn't brag about that.
Because Andrew, we know you don't know the difference because your God King Trump doesn't know the difference either. America has told you for your entire terrible life that communism is when the government does stuff, and that's really bad. And you ate it the fuck up because you don't know anything else.
You guys
because
just
your favorite ice cream flavor is
boot, hate rich people.
And you don't.
Fair. That's fair. I do.
I would.
That's fair. I do.
It's great.
And they deserve my hate.
The next dumbass topping point. It's crazy to like actually listen to somebody who actually just like drinks Newsmax through a straw. Andrew, it's wild to hear their brain not work.
Andrew, who's the most? Do you think Jake Paul is an impressive boxer? Do you think he's good at boxing?
Jake Paul, well, he fights a bunch of old dudes for a living, so I don't think he's good
what about
at
Andrew Tate for MMA? Do you think he was a good MMA fighter? Did you like him? Who's your favorite fighter?
I think Andrew Tate. Khabib.
All right, cool. Khabib, is that his name?
Khabib Nurmagomedov or something like that.
All right, cool. Hey, if Khabib fought Dora the Explorer, a like 9-year-old Mexican girl, and won, would you be impressed?
Absolutely. He destroyed that Mexican girl.
You would be impressed that he was able to beat a 9-year-old girl?
Yep.
That would impress you?
There you go. No, that
Absolutely.
That's wild.
Actually solidifies everything we need to know about you. You're into bullies. You like people who beat the hell out of weaker people and claim that they're big and strong because of it. You're a dumb sack of shit who doesn't understand context, nuance, or what it means to be a good person. You believe in Donald Trump, who is the weak person's idea of what a strong person looks like. Donald Trump, who is an idiot's idea of what a smart person talks like. That I know you're probably just goofing around and trying to be a troll, but honestly, you just tipped your hand a whole lot. You just believe in bullies.
Andrew, here's the thing.
Bullies.
The reason why I asked you the question is
Biden was literally evil. He did quid pro quo.
Of course he was evil.
Literally an evil man.
Of course he
was
evil.
Who on this channel likes Biden?
Fuck
Who
Biden.
on this call
Put him in
likes
prison.
Biden?
That fucking corrupt,
Neither
fucking
of us
murderous,
like Biden.
genocidal war criminal. He's not the president.
Nobody likes Biden
what about
here.
Obama? You like him?
It's just what Newsmax told you to say, because every time anybody criticizes your God King Trump, all you know how to say is, well, Biden or well, Obama.
Yeah,
you
to the
don't
first
know
caller,
how to
take notes.
Criticizing your health.
Take
you don't
notes.
know shit.
First caller, take notes. This is actual whataboutism. Andrew, Andrew, shut up. Obama was also a war criminal. Every president that is alive right now that has ever been president of the United States should be put in the same prison to fucking rot. And Donald Trump is the worst one of them, but they should all go to prison for more than life. They should die in those prisons because they are all disgusting genocidal war criminals. And I can give a fuck about...
he gotta go.
What about Obama? What about Obama? I don't care. But here's the reason why I asked you that question earlier, Andrew. Andrew, here is the reason why I asked you that question. What did you say the name was? Was it Khabib? Was the name of your favorite fighter? Khabib?
Yeah, I think it was that, yeah.
Continuing to fight you and declare victory and look for people to be impressed would be like Khabib beating up Dora the Explorer. At this point, I'm the fucking asshole for continuing to fight somebody who is clearly deficient when it comes to having these battles. So Andrew, do better. Spend more time on that webstersdictionary.com or whatever the website is. I don't give a shit. And next time, don't lie. I know you tweet like crazy. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking, at a certain point, when are you just a fucking professional MMA fighter beating up Dora the Explorer? I don't know. Like, that ain't me. That ain't me. Dude.
I thought that was poetic because, like, yes, I would totally support this fucking great fighter beating up this child. That's why I like America bombing the hell out of civilians outside of our jurisdiction, because they may have done something I don't like. The straight fucking line. It makes sense.
The way I have egg on my face right now for there's going to be somebody in the comments, and fair enough. Maybe I didn't expect him to be honest. I don't know how to dig my way out of the hole. So the criticism that I deserve right now is, wow, Jimmy, you thought he'd say no? You thought he would say that he wouldn't like to watch Khabib, whatever the guy's name is, beat up Dora the Explorer? You thought there was a chance he wouldn't be okay with that? I'm having an internal crisis, because that's fucking my bad, people. My fucking bad. By the way, the left are the fascists, and we've been hearing all day, the party of violence, unironically said he'd enjoy watching a full-grown man beat the shit out of, as he put it, he'd beat the shit out of that little Mexican girl. I was so wrong. I was very wrong. I don't have more to say.